Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish. And the first half has come to an end. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Spurs have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Steals.
The San Antonio Spurs have already given up a number of steals in this game, and that's indicative of a careless attitude. That must be corrected immediately if they want to have a chance to win this game. Ball control was at its worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Spurs have it.
Celtics.
Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to rip.
He sent that one to the third row. He was locked in. That was impressive. Richardson knocked loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. And that one out of bounds off his spur. Simmons. To Embiid. The pass set it all up.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Murray into the front court. Down a bundle. Flushes it home.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle-dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Hey everyone, check this out. The first 5,000 fans in our next home game will receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Shortly for your chance to win. Stepping in.
Al Horford sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Horford, shot off the mark. Good defense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And if you have the ball in your hands on offense and you're that open and you see the defense sprinting at you, directly at you, not taking an angle to try to block your shot to not hit you, brace yourself for contact, focus on making the basket, and one every time.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. Simmons converts the three-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. Murray with it. He'll run the offense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Whoa, what a finish.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, 3 for 6 now.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Tobias Harris. Simmons. Tough make through traffic.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Aldridge. Taken by the Sixers. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Simmons the last to touch, so the Spurs keep the basketball. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 8, Patty Mills.
Has a look. DeMar DeRozan, 4 out of 7.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
Rudy Gay to Aldridge. Turns and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
The assist from number 25, Vincent.
DeRozan with the basketball. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
That transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Taken by the Sixers. Knocked loose. Richardson matched up with Bellinelli. Mills in possession. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Trey Lyles. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. First one goes down. 2 for 2. To Tobias Harris. Simmons. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Knocked loose. Spurs have it. That ends the third quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
Just a reminder today, folks, if our team wins
To Embiid. Jakob Poeltl swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
Embiid, good for 2.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Sixers have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
To Richardson. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Harris. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Horford to Simmons. Jakob Poeltl. Huge block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
And finishes strong.
He got through traffic with ease, but if you're going to fully collapse the defense, you're going to leave wide open three-point shooters.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Simmons picked up by the Spurs. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. And scores, plus the foul. Al Horford taking it to the basket. And now with a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. DeRozan with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Embiid. Spurs have it. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Richardson. And stuffs it down.